why don't you make yourself sick? I mean, if it was something you ate, you will feel better when you've got rid of it.
No. I'll wait, and if it doesn't pass, I'll get something from the sister.
I wouldn't advise that. She'll probably give you an emetic, and that could be pretty drastic, you know. Be less painful if you do it yourself.
I suppose I should give it a try. Oh.
No, not in there. You'll only have to clean it up. Now go to the shower block.
Poor Sandy's got an upset tummy. Must be something she ate.
You bitch. I should have thought you had something to do with all this.
Doesn't look well, does she?
No, she doesn't. Mind you, she ain't been the same since her husband died.
Witch!
Gotcha!
Witch! You!
Not everyone's noticed it, but we have. Depression, fits of temper, now this. It's no wonder she committed suicide.
Hey, Bea, have you seen Sandy?
No, sorry.
She said she was feeling crook and she said she'd go and lie down for a while.
Yeah, well, she will eat the tucker they lay on in here, won't she? You tried looking in her cell?
Of course I have. She's not there and nobody's seen her since she left the rec room.
Oh, don't worry, love. She'll turn up.
Well, I'm real worried about her because Mari and her thug mates have disappeared too.
Oh, good hour. The less we see of them, the better.
Well, don't you reckon it's funny that they've all vanished together?
Well, maybe they all whispered the same magic word at the same time. Now, are you going to let me finish my book before lights out?
Crikey, Bea, what's wrong with you? Sandy could be in real trouble and you don't give a stuff.
Sandy can look after herself, or haven't you noticed?
Yeah, but if she's feeling funny or something and they all gang up on her...
Well, if you're so worried about it, what are you doing mucking about here? There must be somewhere you've missed looking.
Well, thanks for nothing. I suppose you'll be real sorry when I get my other arm in plaster.
She will be if we can't get this flaming thing off. Go and get some help.
I'll have to have a chat to Meg about overtime. Suppose she's in charge of that now.
No, sooner you than me.
What's going on here, Winter?
I ran into a door, didn't I? Oh, don't be ridiculous. You've been fighting.
Come on, Winter, what happened?
I told you. You don't expect us to believe that. I got a very sensitive nose, Miss Conway. You just got to touch it's like turning on a flame and tap, blood everywhere. Been like that since I was a kid.
What's the matter, Burns?
Oh, you got to come straight away, Mr. Faulkner.
God.
There's been an accident. I can't bring it around.
Get out of the way, Smith.
Is there anything I can do?
I think you've done enough already, don't you?
Heck, you don't think we had anything to do with it, do you, Mr. Faulkner?
We just walked in here and found her
Shut
lying.
up, both of
Yeah.
you. Come on.
Oh, she's alive.
Thank God for that.
Good heavens. Is she going to be all right?
Yeah, I think so.
You never change, do you?
Miss Conway, we didn't have anything to do with this.
We were just going to the loo.
To hold each other's hands. And I suppose that towel just twisted itself in the rope.
We've got to get her to the hospital.
Oh, well, I'll get a stretcher. Now, you two will end up in solitary. Mrs. Davison will have a lot to talk to you about.
Oh, hello, love. You have a good day?
Oh, not bad.
Hi.
Oh, hello there. Aren't you going to introduce me to the young lady here?
You bet I am. Wally, I'd like you to meet my daughter. Laurie, this is Wally.
Hello, Wally.
This is your daughter? Hi. She's told me all about you. I'm pleased to see she didn't exaggerate.
Oh, thanks. Is she cute?
Oh, she sure is cute. Yes, by the way, Jude, did you have any visitors today?
You know, it's funny you should mention that. I had one or two. I kept wondering how they found me. You wouldn't know anything about it, would you, Wal? It's lucky for you. I was glad to see them. That's all I can say.
Ah, good. I'm so relieved. I've been tossing it over my brain all day whether I did the right thing going to see her or not.
Come on, you don't think I'm going to be angry with you for bringing me my daughter, do you?
I'm so relieved I didn't do the wrong thing. By the way, has it ever occurred to you we must be getting long in the tooth to have grown-up daughters? Do you know my eldest Mickey would be about your age?
Huh?
Yeah, she's overseas at the moment, courtesy of her capitalist stepfather.
Yeah, you should hear her going on about him having money.
Yeah, I remind her of that. You know what she said? She said travel is very good for broadening the experience.
Oh, sure.
I thought you were up in Queensland.
Yeah, well, I was going to be. It's just that I got a bit worried about my mum. Then when I saw the flat, I just panicked, I suppose.
Can you believe this? In one day, 2 people go off to Mrs. Morris with my problems. It's horrific, isn't it?
Anyway, she brought me here.
Yeah, she's a good lady. By the way, Jock Stewart didn't die after all. He'll never walk again, though. He's got permanent spinal injury. At least he won't be able to hurt anyone, that's all.
Yeah, the cops still want to see you, though.
Yeah. Mrs. Morris said it's only going to be me going into the police station giving a statement about what happened.
Shouldn't be too bad, should it?
I don't know. I'm still on parole.
Well, surely that won't make any difference, Mum. I mean, you haven't done anything wrong.
Oh, I don't know. See, when you're on parole, you're not supposed to change your address. I mean, they might find out when I'm staying here that they remember you coming in and giving a statement when I escaped last time.
Yeah, but that was last time. They didn't have enough evidence to do anything, did they? Anyway, we'll think of something to tell them.
Oh, don't worry, Mum. It'll be all right. Mwah.
Oh, Wally, I'd like one more small favor.
Yeah?
Would you mind if Florrie spent a couple of days with us?
Well, she doesn't mind sleeping on the floor.
Of course I don't.
Oh, are you kidding?
By the way, tell me, do you like muesli?
Oh, yeah?
I have a fantastic new recipe.
Sweetheart, you have no idea what you've let yourself in for.
How are you feeling this morning, Edwards?
Like I've been kicked in the head by a mule.
You had a very lucky escape.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you're ready to tell us exactly what happened.
It was nothing, Mrs. Davidson.
You nearly died last night. Do you call that nothing?
Well, let's just say it was between me and some of the other women. Nothing to do with the screws.
Edwards, whatever happens in this prison concerns me and the officers. I want an explanation. You must tell me for your own sake. If you don't, how are we going to prevent it from happening again?
You can't, whether you know who did it or not.
Mr. Faulkner, I would like you to fetch Smith and Burns from Solitary and bring them to my office. Perhaps they can throw some light on this unfortunate affair.
Right, Mrs. Davidson.
Mrs. Davidson, you're making a very big mistake there.
I beg your pardon?
Doreen and Bea didn't have anything to do with it at all.
Then who was involved? I do not understand your attitude. A woman nearly died last night. Somebody must know something.
There's nothing we can tell you, Mrs. Davidson.
Cannot or will not, Smith?
We were just going to the loo when we saw Sandy lying there.
I do not accept that explanation. I understand you looked as though you'd been in some sort of scuffle yourself, Burns.
Yeah, well, do you think I'm going to go after another one of these?
We're sorry about what happened to Sandy, but all we did was walk in, find her, and call for help.
Very well. As you are obviously not going to cooperate, I shan't waste any more of my time. Wait outside. I take it you haven't been able to get anything out of the other women.
We gave Winter a thorough grilling last night, and the same thing, nothing.
It doesn't surprise me.
I still think Burns had something to do with it.
She'd definitely been fighting. She's been in a lot of trouble lately. And then there was her attempted escape.
Well, the Barnhurst business was never explained, but this is different. With women like Smith and Winter in the vicinity, I don't believe for one moment that Burns was the instigator.
Well, what do you want us to do?
Well, I think it would be better to keep Burns away from their influence. She can work in the maternity ward for a while.
Do you think that's wise?
Well, yes, I do. She's always been very good with children. It might have a beneficial effect.
What about the others?
Well, as no one is talking, I suggest you keep a very close watch on Edwards, Winter, and Smith. I want to find out what caused this problem before there's another incident, with perhaps more tragic consequences.
Well, this is it.
Hell.
Are you going to be all right in there, Mum?
Yeah, I'll be fine. It's just these places make me nervous, that's all. And I don't want to get you in any trouble, Wally.
We've been through all that. I'm an old pal. I saw you on TV when you escaped. I wrote to you when you went back inside, okay?
Yeah.
I'm just not that important. I mean, the cops have got more to do than to chase up an old aiding and abetting charge.
Yeah, but you said you didn't even know me. They might remember that.
Oh, I'll tell them I was scared. I mean, if I'd admitted I knew you, they wouldn't have believed I didn't see you.
I don't know.
Well, look, Mum, how about if I come into the station with you and it might make a bit of a difference?
No, darling, no. This is something I've got to do on my own. You just be here when I get back, huh?
Okay. I hope she's going to be all right.
Oh, jeez, you're trying to give me a heart attack, Bea.
Haven't exactly got nerves of steel, have you?
Yeah, well, it could have been Mari. She's going to be really after me now, you know.
Ah, that's exactly who I want to talk to you about. Well, being hauled up in front of Dave, I didn't get a chance to ask you what was going on before I came in last night.
Well, I only saw as much as you did.
Oh, come on, Doreen, think, it's important.
Well, when I got in there, Mari and her mates were about to drop Sandy. Of course, they're going to make out as though she'd done it herself.
Yeah, I bet they were.
Well, they had the ropes and everything ready, so they must have set it up beforehand.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, just how they set it up.
Hey, you two must be in real good with Davo. She let you off trying to nick Edwards.
I'd watch it if I were you, Mari. You haven't got your muscle with you.
You don't scare me, Smith.
Then it's about time I...
Break it up, Smith! Haven't you been in enough trouble lately?
Ah, g'day, Mr. Faulkner. Gee, it's lucky you were around, ain't it?
All right, Burns, you ready?
Yes, Mr. Faulkner. Bye, Bea.
Milo, give Milo up to the kids.
I wish she'd hurry up.
Ah, shouldn't be long to wait now.
She's been ages, though, Wally. Look, I tell you what, I might get out and see what's happening.
No, calm down.
But they could be giving her a hard time.
Take it easy, look. If patience is a virtue, you've got to be an angel when you're dealing with the public service.
I don't know.
Look, they probably mislaid the green form or the blue form or whatever it is she's supposed to be filling in.
Do you really think so? I mean, she's
Of
been
course,
such a
they've
long
probably
time.
forgotten whether it's the blue form or the green form or the yellow form that's the right one. In fact, they're probably even colourblind. She'll be all right.
You're really very fond of her, aren't you?
Yeah. She's got guts, determination. She's got courage despite all the setbacks. You know, she'd move heaven and earth to protect you.
Yeah, I know that.
Not that I'm any judge of people. I mean, I've been living alone so long I've become a bit of an old bear. In fact, usually the further women are away from me, the better I like them. But I don't know, when you make a friend of somebody like Jude, well, I suppose it mellows you a bit. May the old bear think that some of you aren't too bad after all.
Everything all right?
Yeah, just takes a while to type up, that's all.
Yeah.
Tea all right?
Oh, yeah, it's real nice.
Don't make a bad cuppa for a copper, do I? Thank you. Here we are, Miss Bryant. You just sign those and read it through and should be okay.
Yeah, thanks. Listen, is this going to be it? I mean, there won't be any legal action or anything like that, will there?
I don't see why. With you and the other witness stating it was an accident, well, that should wrap up the case.
Well, thank God for that, huh?
You know, that Stewart character sounds like a nasty piece of work. Between you and me, I'd say he got exactly what he deserved.
Well, thank you for all your help.
Anytime, Miss Bryant.
Haven't you finished yet, Edwards?
Yeah. And take it away. Ought to be a law against giving people food like that when they're sick.
I'll be out in a minute. You don't look too good.
You try going through it someday and see if you come out looking like a Christmas card.
It must have been pretty rough. What happened?
Nice try, but I've been through that already, remember?
Someone's obviously out to get you.
Drop it, will you?
I just want to make sure it doesn't happen again.
That's sweet of you, Steve. I didn't know you cared.
I feel the same about any of the other prisoners.
Uh-huh. Got something going with all the others too, have you?
Oh, don't be stupid. Let's just say I am a bit more concerned about you.
Thanks a lot, Steve. I'm touched. And don't worry about me. I may be down, but I'm sure as hell not out.
Yeah. I'll see you later.
They're all ready to be signed.
Thank you. Oh, it looks as though you've been busy.
Mrs. Davidson, I was wondering if I could have a weekend rostered off fairly shortly. Now, do I talk to Mrs. Morris about that?
Well, no.
But I thought it was the Deputy Governor's duty.
Yes, but I'm afraid Mrs. Morris was unable to accept the position.
Well, she was so keen.
Yes, it was a personal matter.
Poor Meg. Well, is the position going to be advertised again?
No, as I shall be announcing at the classification meeting this afternoon, the appointment goes to Mrs. Powell, who's next in line.
Well, she'll be pleased anyway.
Yes, she is. I've just telephoned her. I was glad to be able to pass on some good news for a change. I wish I could say the same about the department.
Well, what are they upset about now?
Well, apparently their current stock-taking records don't tally with our kitchen requisitions.
Well, it's probably a clerical error in the bookkeeping.
Yes, it's possible, but there are a number of them that don't have corresponding copies.
Colin caught B. Smith with some stuff recently. Maybe the women have been up to something.
Yes, I haven't discounted that possibility.
What's going to happen?
Well, naturally, I would like to deal with the matter myself, but the department has decided to conduct its own investigation.
Well, it does involve fraud.
Yes, and I believe that the police will be called in if necessary. Would you sort out Mrs. O'Regan's copies? If there's going to be an inquiry, I'd better make sure that our records are in order.
Wonder how Edwards is doing. Ha! What some people will do to get a few days off.
She'll be back soon. Then I'd start worrying if I were you.
You reckon? I'd say she's been taught a pretty good lesson. Nobody stuffs up me and my mates, ain't that right, girls?
That's right, yeah.
I'm running this show now.
Tell her.
Well, aren't you going to share it with us? We're all pals here. Well?
Nothing you don't already know anyway. But I'd watch it if I were you.
What do you mean?
One of your friends could just be playing on the swings as well as the roundabouts.
You mean Sneaky Peterson? I wouldn't trust that bitch as far as I could throw her.
Okay, ladies, more work, less talk.
Just having a friendly chat, Mr. Faulkner.
Mr. Faulkner, may I go to the loo?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Well, thanks, you're all heart.
Don't be too long, we might miss your sizzling conversation.
Well, I'd never had a policeman be so polite to me before. You know what? He even offered me a cup of tea.
Rose hip or elderberry?
Oh, well, neither, thank God. It was delicious.
Well, here we go.
That was a bubbly.
You want one,
Which
Mike?
one?
That one. You want, Mum?
Thanks, my sweet.
Cheers.
Cheers. Hey, you two. Thanks for sticking by me.
Oh, that's all right. I won't be sticking around much, actually. I promised a mate of mine I'd help him with his pottery exhibition. I'll probably be gone all day.
Oh, when are you coming back?
Well, it's a fair hike, so I'll probably stay overnight.
Wally, that means I won't see you again before I go.
I thought you were staying for a couple of days.
Oh, there's no need to now that I know Mum is okay. I'll probably go off tomorrow. Jeff might even be missing me by now if I'm really lucky.
She's some nursemaid, isn't she?
She sure is. I'll be very sorry to see you go.
Thanks very much, Wally. You sure you're going to be all right, though, Mum? I really would like to get back to Jeff as soon as I can.
And you should, my sweet. The only thing I want from you is for you to think about me when you're soaking up that Queensland sunshine.
You're going to stick around a while, I hope.
Yeah, well, I'd like to. Just that I don't want to become part of the furniture.
But you know, you're welcome to stay here as long as you like. You know that, don't you? Couldn't bear to lose the two of you in the one day.
All right, I'll stay. Just that I think if I don't get back to that flat sometime, I'm not going to be able to face it.
Doreen.
Oh, babe, I thought you were supposed to be in the laundry.
Oh, that's right. Tell the world. Any screws around?
No, not at the moment.
Excuse us.
What's up, babe?
I got a note from Sandy. Oh, don't worry, her mind's working better than her body is. She got this idea that Kate set her up for Mari last night.
Crikey.
Now, you were in the rec room after Sandy left. What happened?
I don't know. It was pretty ordinary, I think.
Come on, Doreen, think.
Well, I was telling Susie all about the time.
I don't want to know about all that. I want to know about Kate and Sandy.
Yeah, well, I was getting to that. See, Sandy reckoned that she had a stomachache, and somebody said to her, you should go and have an early night.
Was it Kate?
Dunno. Could have been. No, I don't think so.
What happened then?
Well, Sandy went off, and I thought she'd gone to lie down. But when I went to
Now,
see her
hang
later...
on. What was Kate doing?
Well, she just left just after Sandy did.
Well.
Yeah. But I didn't see her talking to Mari before that or anything.
No need. They would have planned it all beforehand.
Do you really think Kate set her up? I mean, she's the one who said she was going to help us get rid of Mari.
I think little Miss Goody Two-Shoes has been doing quite a bit of double dealing. And we all know what happens to people who do that, don't we?
Well, that is the last of the individual cases. You are all aware of last night's incident involving Edwards. I suggest it would be very unwise to regard it as an isolated case.
You think we're in for more trouble?
Yes, I do. There's a lot of unrest amongst the women, and at the slightest sign of any trouble, I would like you to take immediate action.
Well, most of the problems seem to be caused by this ridiculous power struggle.
Yes, I agree.
There wasn't any of that before Winter came along. Now, couldn't you just have her sent back to Barnhurst?
Well, it isn't that simple. The department decided that we were to have her.
Yeah, well, that was to keep the women in line, not cause more trouble.
Yes, I realize that, but I doubt if I could change their opinion. Their attitude would be that it is up to us to stop any further outbreak of violence. So I suggest you all keep a very close watch on Mari Winter. And now to a more pleasant task. As you are probably aware, Mrs. Morris, due to personal reasons, was unable to accept the position of Deputy Governor. So I therefore have pleasure in announcing that Colleen Powell has been appointed, and I officially offer my congratulations. I'm sure she will do an excellent job.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Colleen.
Well, that is all. The meeting is adjourned.
Well, your old man should be happy about that, Colleen.
Yes, I hope so.
I hope I haven't caused too many problems.
Not at all. You had a difficult decision to make. I hope everything is all right now.
Well, if you call getting a divorce all right.
Oh, Meg, I am sorry. Particularly as you'd given up your promotion.
Oh, I'd accepted that. When I rang you, I was absolutely sure I was making the right decision. But it was just Bob's attitude.
But when he realized that you'd given up...
Well, that's just it. He came here, heard about my promotion, and then just disappeared without even waiting to ask me about it.
I see.
When I got home, there was this note offering me congratulations. But no Bob. He'd already left for the airport.
Well, perhaps if you ring and explain...
No, I couldn't do that.
The point is, he just didn't give me a chance to talk about it. I couldn't even tell him that I'd made the decision not to take it.
Yes, it does seem very unfair.
Finally brought things to a head, though. It's made me realise that there just isn't enough trust or understanding between us anymore.
Congratulations once again.
Thank you. I'll admit I am pleased, even if it was by default.
Oh, they obviously thought you were capable of doing the job.
Yep.
Still, it does mean a lot of extra responsibility.
And extra money. With a family, that doesn't go astray. The bill for the latest school fees came as quite a shock.
How old are your children now?
My boy is 11. The girl's 15.
Oh, it must be difficult looking after them and working as well.
Can be. But they're the main reason I'm anxious to do well in the job. I want them to have the best education they can. That is not possible on one salary.
What exactly does your husband do?
He's a maintenance fitter in a factory. Oh, it's a steady job. He's virtually his own boss. But there isn't much chance of promotion or extra money. Not that the ladder of success holds any appeal to him. He's very happy just where he is.
Oh, well, that's the main thing.
Yeah. I wonder why Meg didn't take the job. I thought she'd leave at the chance.
Oh, I don't think her husband was too happy about her working, and the extra responsibility didn't make him very happy either.
You're joking? Oh, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, quite agree.
I'm glad mine doesn't think like that. Couldn't afford it, for one thing.
Where have you been all day?
Working in the hospital. Sandy Edwards is very much alive.
Yeah? Oh, well, you can't win them all.
Didn't tell her I had anything to do with last night, did you?
Of course not. Why should I?
Just acting strangely towards me. So was B. You don't think they suspect anything, do you?
Look, I don't know. Just forget about it. It'll pass.
I thought you had a foolproof scheme for getting rid of Sandy. What went wrong?
It was a bloody good plan until that little bitch Doreen stuck her nose in.
What?
Yeah, she arrived just as we're hauling Edwards up.
Didn't you have a look out on the door?
Yeah, Lil, but she had to come and help me and Bev, didn't she?
Oh, I don't believe it. How could you be so stupid?
What did you say?
Why to ignore such a simple, important detail as keeping guard?
Well, I didn't see you in on any of the heavy action.
Oh, I did my part. I got the dope, I got into the showers.
Oh, big deal, real brave stuff.
Look, I stuck my neck out for you, you stupid idiot.
Just what you're calling names.
Don't you realise what you've done?
Look, I'd be careful if I was you.
All Sandy and B have to do is put two and two together if they haven't already done so, and I'm gone. Oh, God, I should have known better to trust you and your thick friends.
You're going to be sorry you said that.
Take your hands off me. You don't scare me, you brainless bag of wind.
Just who do you think you're calling names, bitch?
Leave me alone. I haven't got time for useless cretins like you.
Where are you at?
Oh, well, well, what have we here?
Nothing, Mrs. Powell, just a bit of a difference, you know.
I don't know. But if there's any more of it, you'll be up in the charge.
I was just on my way to dispensary, Mrs. Powell.
Then get going. Winter, I'm watching you. Just keep that in mind before you try any more of your tricks.
Oh, boy, am I looking forward to this.
Oh, it smells wonderful, too. You sure I can't do something, Mum?
No way, sweetheart. It's not often I get a chance to cook for my daughter, huh? And it's not often I get a chance to cook meat around Wally. Oh, God, you should hear him going on about the poor dumb animals. By the time he's finished talking to me, I can almost see their little eyes staring at me out of the pan.
Oh, Mum, don't.
I know, it's awful. And if he's not talking about the animals, then he's reminding me about the high cholesterol levels in my pacemaker, and I can't take anymore.
I'm very glad you got a friend like him.
Yeah, and so are the dumb animals. Move your bum. Told you not to sit on the table. Hey, we get this show on the road now, huh? Yummy, yummy.
We always seem to be saying goodbye, you know that?
I know, love.
Probably be quite a while before I'll see you again, too. You know that, too.
Come on, sweetheart. Queensland is not the end of the earth. Just seems that way. Anyway, every time we've said goodbye in the past, well, you've been worried about me. I've been worried about you. This time we got nothing to worry us. The only thing we've got, sweetheart, is a rosy future.
I hope so, Mum.
I know so. Anyway, I'll be up to see you, and just before you can say Jack Robinson.
Jack Robinson. You'd better too. But can you go travelling on parole? I mean, you can't just pick up your sticks and go whenever you want to, can you?
Darling, I'm not going to be on parole forever, am I? And I'm saving my money. There's nothing that's going to keep me away from you.
You wouldn't believe young Susie's spelling. Very economical. She only uses about half the letters she's supposed to.
Really?
Certainly brings a whole new meaning to pidgin English. I don't think even a pigeon would understand.
Oh, what's the matter, Anne? Oh, God, how'd you do that, love?
Let's have a look.
Is she all right? Oh.
Yeah, I don't think it's anything too serious. Come on, love, let's get to the hospital. Come on.
It looks real bad. Oh, she'll be all right. Oh, of course you will. Now get back to work. Would you keep an eye on that lot?
Okay.
Oh, little kid.
Take it easy, Susie. Take it easy.
It hurts.
Yeah, I know it does, but we'll have it fixed up in next to no time. Look, it looks much worse than it is. Hey, a bit like me, really. Hey, come on, turn off the waterworks. You've already got my one and only Yankee, you know. I might need it for something.
You're pretty quiet today, aren't you? Had plenty to say for yourself yesterday. If you ever talk to me like that again, I'm going to bash your brains out.
Look, I'm sorry.
You better be.
I was just a bit upset, that's all. I didn't really mean what I said.
Don't come the raw prawn with me. You don't fool me for a minute.
What do you mean?
It's a funny thing about staying on fences. Makes you sit and duck, and everyone takes pot shots at you.
Look, I just want what's best for everyone, that's all.
Yeah, me too. But in this dump, you can't hedge your bets. You've got to make your mind up while you still can.
Peterson, you're wanted in the examination room.
Oh? What's happened?
Oh, Sister Franklin's off duty and you're needed to dress a cut hand. Now, hurry up.
You're going to be seeing Edwards, aren't you? I'd be real careful what I said if I was you. Somebody might get the wrong idea.
There you go. Good as new. You thought you were going to end up a female version of Captain Hook, didn't you?
Yeah.
Sorry to disappoint you. Never mind, I wanted to be Peter Pan once, but my wings always get tangled up when I try to fly.
All right, Peterson, see what you can do.
You'd make a good nurse, Mr. Marnie.
Oh, I don't know if the uniform would suit me, do you?
God, I ought to be boiled in oil for not looking after that little kid.
Well, I should have kept an eye on her too.
We all should have.
Yeah.
God, I reckon it's rotten. A lovely little kid like that being stuffed into a dump like this.
Sure is. She didn't have much of a deal on the outside either. You know what Mouse said?
About her family.
Yeah. I reckon any one of us would make her a better mother than her own. Flaming mongrel.
Sort of makes you feel like that about her, doesn't it?
Yeah. Some people don't bloody deserve to have kids.
I expect you miss yours really badly, eh, Hayes?
At least I know they've got somebody to look after them and love them.
Yeah. Why didn't you and George get hitched?
We couldn't. He's got a wife. It's not like you think. She's in the funny farm, won't never come out.
God, that'd be even worse than being in a place like this.
When George and me first shacked up together, we got the guilts about getting a divorce because of that.
Sounds like a really decent sort of bloke.
You bet he is. Anyway, we had the kids and we didn't reckon saying a few words in public would make it any more of a marriage.
I know what you mean. Do the kids mind?
Nah. He adopted them. That's all that mattered to me. They've got his name. And he's stuck by us all these years, Lizzie, me and the kids. Even though I've been in this dump.
Can't have been much easier for him either.
No. No, it hasn't, but he wouldn't shoot through like those bums did to Susie. Tell you what, if you got kids, well, you got to stick by them.
Miss Conway, what are you doing away from the workshop?
Oh, we had a slight accident. Driscoll hurt her hand and I had to get Peterson to bandage it.
Is anyone supervising the women?
Oh, yeah, there's an officer there.
No, I think you better get back there as soon as possible. I'll see that Peterson gets the laundry. All right. Come on.
I want to be moved to another wing.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. It's really necessary. Why?
One of the women is out to get me.
Only one? You surprise me. The way you lot fight amongst yourselves.
Look, this is different.
All right, go on.
Well, if I tell you, can you guarantee I'm going to be moved?
Of course not. Only Mrs. Davidson can do that.
Well, what are my chances?
That depends entirely upon your reasons, doesn't it?
I think finally someone's found out I've been passing information on to you.
Then moving to another wing won't help.
What do you mean?
If the women know for sure you've been lagging, you couldn't really be protected anyway.
But you're going to help me, aren't you?
Why should I?
Now, look, I've done a great deal for you. Surely you're going to stick by me now.
Sticking by you never came into it. And I'd hardly have thought you'd be one to expect loyalty. We've wasted enough time. Get moving.
I must say, Mr. Marnie was marvellous. Just came straight over and said all the right things.
Do I detect a note of surprise?
Well, he's not the type I'd immediately pick as being able to calm hysterical women.
Perhaps not. Oh, Mr. Marnie.
Sorry to interrupt the chinwag. I just wanted to check that the paper I requisitioned will be in tomorrow.
Yes, it will. Miss Conway has just been telling me how well you took care of Driscoll after her accident.
Yeah, well, you can't have too many tears in the press, you know. It'd rust up in no time.
So I'd still like to thank you. Things can get out of hand rather rapidly.
Yeah, well, I have seen accidents like that before. Not that the machinery is dangerous, but you do need to be careful.
Oh, I agree. But I hope you won't desert us before the women have a full understanding of the functions of the machine.
Of course not. I'll stay here as long as you need me. Perhaps even longer. Well, au revoir, ladies. See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye. He really is rather an amusing man.
Have you heard any more from the department about the problem with the kitchen requisitions?
Yes, Mr. Douglas has confirmed that the police will be taking over.
Does that mean we'll have detectives swarming all over the place?
Yes, unfortunately, they'll be here tomorrow. I'm afraid it doesn't look very good for Smith. She's the only one who's been caught red-handed with the stolen foodstuffs. I have no doubt there are others involved, but proving it is a different matter.
Hey, 412.
Gate 412.
Hey, listen, that job you just gave me, it was a no job.
Righto, Gate 412. Where are you?
I'm in Porter Street, flat 3.
Right, I'm putting you down for the next off the rank.
Oh, thanks, love.
How's it going anyway, Gate 412?
It's not so bad. I'm not used to the night work, though. I think by the time I'm finished, I'll have to hold my eyelids open with matchsticks.
Oh, no, just a break. No, sorry, no.
How'd you look?
I wouldn't mind a closer inspection.
It'll cost you
Name your price.
100,
Oh,
80,
I want to rent it, not buy it.
60.
Oh, okay. Got yourself a deal. It's a really nice motel, right? It'll be very cosy, just the two of us, eh?
Where to, folks?
The Sunset Motel. It's just near
Oh,
Riverside.
yeah, I know it.
Donald,
What's the matter?
please, we've got plenty of time for that later.
No time like the present. Look, if it's the cash that's worrying you, I've got enough here. Show you the best time you've ever had.
Stop. Just wait till we get to the motel, will you?
Oh, come on. Like to play hard to get, do you?
No, let me go!
Okay, mister. Cut it out, will you?
What's it bloody got to do with you?
It's my cab, isn't it? And you just ship up or shape out.
All right, all right.
Well, I'm glad you could come, even if I had to twist your arm to do it.
Well, I'm not feeling particularly sociable at the moment.
Then a drink and a chat is exactly what you need to cheer you up.
Oh, you're probably right.
Of course I am.
Gin and tonic.
2 gin and tonics, please.
I heard Susie Driscoll had a bit of an accident this morning.
Yeah, I must say, Mr. Marnie was amazing.
I thought maddened was the word.
Oh, all of that, all the jokes and carry on. But when the accident happened, all that changed.
How do you mean?
Well, there was Susie yelling blue murder. You would have thought she'd lost her hand at least. But Mr. Marnie was very efficient and took charge.
Ian?
Exactly.
I can hardly believe it. Thank you.
Oh, there were all the jokes and carry on as usual, but they helped, if you know what I mean. Before Susie knew it, he had her in the hospital and smiling. He would beat sedatives hands down for calming hysterical women.
Well, perhaps we've misjudged him.
Yeah.
Any more plans to find out about this man of hidden depths?
I know. But it just goes to show that you can't trust your first impressions, that's all.
Keep the change. Well, here we are, sweetheart. This is home.
I'm not coming.
What?
I've changed my mind. I'm allowed to do that, aren't I?
Oh, you bloody well aren't. What do you think you're playing at?
Stop it, will you? Just leave me alone.
All right, fella, let go of her.
Like hell.
You heard me. Let go of her.
What's it got to do with
She doesn't
you?
want to go with you, creep. Get in the car. Sure know how to pick him, don't you?
Hey, come here. Come back. You bitches! I'll get you for this!
There, that's where I live. Here.
No, love, this one's on me. You just do me a favor instead, huh?
What?
You get yourself another job. There's no job for a kid like you, dealing with bastards like that all the time.
What do you suggest?
Well, I don't know, but just must be something.
Do you think I'll be doing this if I had a choice?
I don't think anyone would do it if they had a choice.
I've been looking for a job for bloody months. No one wants to know me. And I like to eat. So I have to do something.
Yeah.
Hey, you've been real nice to me. Thanks.
Okay.
See ya.
Grab yourself.
Yeah.
I want to report an assault and robbery.
Right, sir. If you'll just give me the details.
I was set up. There was two of them. This little chick and her mate, she drove the cab. Well, they bashed me and took my wallet. Now, I want those bitches found and sent where they belong.
Oh, God, bloody pigs.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too.